Welcome back to the garage here at Basin Motorsports. So it's the beginning of March 2021 and it's time to get the wide body ready to get out of the garage. So far over the last few months it's sat on jack stands with a battery tender on, put the cover on it here, and it's just basically collected dust. Today I'm going to go ahead and get everything cleaned up, get the wheels and tires scrubbed down, do a full inspection on it, vacuum it out, wipe it down, and get it absolutely ready to go. Alright, so this year I brought in a new supporter for the channel. A lot of the stuff you're going to see for cleaning and that on everything is going to be from Super Clean this year. So they've already sent me an aerosol can, a all-wheel cleaner, floor absorbent, a pump spray of just degreaser, and then a super tough foaming degreaser over there, a hat, and of course a shirt. Now the wide body, I've already gone through most of the degreasing on it. It really is not greasy at all. It's not leaked a thing, so I don't need any of the floor absorbent. I really don't need any of these cleaners for the wide body to get it done. I will use the wheel and tire cleaner as I get that out, and we'll go through the instructions on it and use it to clean these up as I get it out. The 86 hatchback, known as the Gray Lady, that one is still in progress, but I've already done all the degreasing on it. I shouldn't need those there. Where I'm going to use most of this is going to be on the Phoenix. Then Porsche 944 that I got last fall from an auto auction, that is going to be pretty much tear down, and a lot of the cleaning there will use a lot of these products. So expect to see a lot more this year cleaning on the Porsche, but today we're cleaning on the wide body. Alright, before I start taking off the wheels and tires, just kind of look under the car. You can see there are no drips anywhere, so I don't expect any of the fluids to be low. Just looking front to rear, so I'll go ahead and pop off each of the tires, and we'll go ahead and get those washed up and then set them to the side so that I can retorque the Panhard bar and double check it, because it's about time for that. You might as well do it now while I've got it up in the air. Alright, so the Super Clean spray itself is pretty easy to use. It's pretty much an all-in-one. They have directions on the back for it, and really what it says is keep the wheel and tire cool, rinse it down first, kind of get it wet, spray this on, and then you can decide at that point if you need to agitate it with a brush. I'm just going to use an old t-shirt. It's a soft cloth, won't worry about scratching that. And the biggest thing of mine is that really just is dirty. I didn't do a very good job cleaning them before I put the car up, because I knew I was going to go out and clean it out in the spring anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and water this down, rinse off as much dirt as I can, spray this on, and then I'm going to agitate it or scrub it basically while it's wet, give it a rinse, and then that's it. I'm not going to hand dry it. I want to see what it's going to do. I'm going to take it over next to the garage and then just kind of lean it over on the garage, support it there, and then let it air dry. I want to see how it's going to work out without having to put a lot of labor into it. Just like that, it's magically clean. It's super clean. So what I'm going to do now is just take it over there, put it next to the garage. I'm going to let it air dry, kind of sit out in the sun. It'll get nice and warm. Should dry it off, and then we'll see, is there any spotting. Now, if you guys have any kind of tire lettering like I do from Custom Tire Letters here, I was worried that it was going to, you know, would it change the color? Because these are not white, they're green. Would it change the color? Would it affect it? Anything like that? So far, everything looks good. I wouldn't worry about spraying it on and then affecting your tire letters or having the adhesive or anything else peel. Everything looks good, so awesome there. Let's get this dry. We'll go get the next one. All right, so next on the list, while the tires sit over here and dry, we're gonna go ahead and tighten up or double check the Panhard bar installation that I did, gosh, what was this, like a year and a half ago. The instructions say to tighten it up after about 1,000 miles, and I don't know if we've even got there yet. I didn't even barely drive this car last year. So anyway, I'll just go ahead and tighten that up, double check it now that it was done. That way I don't have to worry about it again in the future. So I'm gonna go through the instructions, double check all the fasteners. The really one that I'm worried about is the Panhard bar itself, the one that keeps the vertical placement, or sorry, the horizontal placement of the axle. So it's the long silver one you can kind of see behind there that goes horizontal that way. That's the one I'm really concerned about, but I will double check everything else. So everything clicked off immediately. The two main 5/8" bolts that hold it on to the bar that goes to the chassis, and then the other side that goes to the axle, those clicked off immediately at 115 foot-pounds. Everything else looks good. There's no drips, no worn spots on anything like a brake line or anything else I need to worry about. So it's time to double check these tires. They're pretty darn dry. We're going to go ahead and give them a double check on the cleanliness, and then we're going to throw them back on and torque. Well, I'll put it back on the wheels before I torque it, but we're going to get those secured down with the impact to a light amount, and then we'll go ahead and move to the front. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Now again, once I get all this down on the wheels itself, I'll go ahead and retorque these, but for now, it's good. We'll get the other side on, and then I'm gonna move to the front. All right, so at this point, I've already cleaned all the 4 tires, took them all off, scrubbed them down with the wheel and tire cleaner from Super Clean, put them back on. The front ones actually did require 2 rounds of cleaner, and that was because the brake dust from those Brembos, boy, those things get so thick. So couple extra little bits of cleaning, but they came out fantastic. Now they're back on. I've already torqued the wheels down, or torqued the lug nuts down after I dropped it down on the ground. Checked all the fluids in the engine, so we're good. Oil, brake, power steering, all of that. Unplugged the charger here, and I've already wiped it down, wiped the vinyl wrap down with the degreaser, not the degreaser, the cleaner. Jeez, don't degrease it. The cleaner that I've got, the wrap sealer in that. That will keep it out, so I don't have to worry about doing it out here in the sun. So at this point, it's time to get this thing started, back it out. I'll double check that the wrap is clean. I noticed that I had some dusty pants on and rubbed against the fenders when I was putting the wheels and tires on, so we'll get those really polished back up. I want to check the air pressure in the tires, vacuum the carpet out because I didn't do that before spring, and it's getting kind of dusty in there, and then I'll re-wipe down the windows from the inside. I've already done the outside. So here we go. Keys, fire it up, and we're going to let it idle and cycle the fluids. Oh, how long has it been since this thing sat outside? A couple months now? Just letting it run. Oh, that V8 just got a little purr to it. Just a little purr. Here's a good look at the interior, all vacuumed out. Cleaned, dashes wiped, windows washed. All the black goodness in there. Looking in there all the way around. Even in the factory seat there in the back. Can't beat that. Alright, so with the wide body, we're ready to go for the driving season, right? All the fluids are good. Tires are checked, cleaned, everything's been inspected. It is 100% ready to go. Throw some gas in it, and this baby is ready to go for the year. I'm not sure how many events I'm going to take it on this year, and the reason is I put it up for sale. So if you guys follow the Facebook or Instagram pages for Basin Motorsports, you know probably maybe mid-January I put it up for sale. Seriously, I put it up for sale. Now I know in the past, last year I did a big April Fool's joke in that, and this time there is no joke. I'm not going to slide it at the end of the screen saying just kidding or anything else. Did a lot of thinking over the last year where I really didn't drive the wide body because I was so busy on too many other things. I really enjoyed building this car. It's a fantastic car other than it's really meant to more of an autocross car or a show car or anything else. It's not really meant to be the cruiser that I need for my life. So I've decided to let it go. I posted up for $14,000 or best offer. Nobody's come through with an offer that I was willing to take at this point. We're only about a month and a half in and the driving season hasn't even started. No tax returns, no new stimulus, anything like that. So we'll see. We'll see what it does. If I don't get an offer on it that I really feel like is a good value for it, I'm just going to drive the heck out of it this year. So I've got 3 local shows right now. I also have a road rally in June, which starts in Bend, Oregon. It's going to go from Bend. I think they're leaving about 8 a.m. So it's going to be a very early day to get up there for the start of it. They're going to come down to Klamath Falls, where I'm local to, which is about 30 miles from me, down into Northern California, up through, I think we're going through Nevada, up to Alvord Desert for the night. We're going to camp over there. Now, if you never heard of Alvord Desert, you probably have. It's where Jessie Combs crashed, 2 years ago, I think, trying to set a new land speed record for herself. So that is the desert out in eastern Oregon. We're going to stay the night. I heard they're doing desert drags, which is going to be pretty exciting to go watch. Sleep in a tent and a sleeping bag for the night. And then we're going to get up, go through Burns, and back to Bend by the end of the day. Now that is June 5th and 6th. So if you guys are anywhere local that you want to join, look at Limitless Road Rally on Instagram. I think that's the only place they are. Limitless Road Rally on Instagram. So if I still have the wide body at that point, I'm going to drive it to the road rally. I'm going to try to get up there, so I'll probably leave my house at like 5 a.m. Pack up the day before, just get in, turn the key, and head out and be gone. So I'm going to do that for a couple days, and that'll be quite the adventure in the car. I have no doubt it's going to make it, but I don't know how much I'm going to enjoy sleeping on the ground in a tent next to the wide body. So who knows? So that's it. If you guys are interested in the car, you know how to find me. Otherwise, thanks to Super Clean for giving me some great products. It was awesome just using a little bit of it on this, and then the rest of it honestly is going to go straight back to the Porsche, the 944 that I bought, and we will get that done this year. And then I'll tell you probably at the end of the year where I think I'm going to go with it. I think you're going to be pretty interested if you're not familiar with a lot of the stuff out there for the Porsches. So that's it. We'll see you next time. No fooling, the wide body's for sale. Seriously. See you next time.